Let me be honest with you. Everything you have been told about diet and nutrition is wrong. So yes, what you need to learn about it. So the truth about nutrition and weight loss is what I'll be discussing with you today. So this all these resources and information I'll be showing you today is inspired by a book called the Obesity Code. So I've been getting lots of questions from you guys about yo Junior, cause Junior, how what do you eat to stay so jacked all year round? I started my fitness journey 2020, and I transformed my body before the end of the year. That was my last year in high school. So I ended up that year performing very good in school. Like the final year in school is always the toughest year, and that was a lockdown. So I had to work hard on my body and also my schoolwork. So it was very unbalanced way of living, but I managed to transform my body before the end of that year. Then 2021, I maintained it and went harder. I tried weightlifting, went to bodybuilding, went to bodyweight training, high intensity interval workouts. I ended up with calisthenics, and that's what I found. Like that was my you found your true one, your true wife. So yeah, that was 2023 when I really made up my mind that bodyweight training is my thing, calisthenics. Then I went into the gym now just to make some videos. Yes, me in the middle, 2024, went to the gym and kept training calisthenics in the gym, bro. I couldn't keep up with weightlifting with like the way other people was doing, but I still had the attractive body that the weightlifters wanted. Crazy how I discovered the secret to getting to this level just with calisthenics. So yes, me 2025, I still look ripped and I've packed on more muscle, more size. Then I'm a bit much stronger now and resilient in my mind. I do it now very less often. Like 2023 and 2024, I train much consistent, like almost every single day. But this time on 2025, this year, like every day, my everyday life right now, I train like 2 times a week. And if I have to train every day, I train less than 20 minutes. I still get results. It's really crazy how information is very, very valuable when you have access to it and actually use it. You know, so yeah, you guys have been asking me lots of questions about diet and nutrition. I will break a lot down from the books I've read, but most of the facts are coming from this book that I told you about now, called the Obesity Code. So yeah, what is nutrition? If you've ever struggled with weight loss, diet confusion, or energy crashes, you're not alone. The truth is, most of what we have been told about is wrong. Like I told you, everything we've been told about nutrition and diet is completely wrong, man. I'll blow your mind today. I'm just promising you. Counting calories, eating 6 small meals a day, think about that, and avoiding fat. People stop eating fat because they think fat is unhealthy. That is not, it's not realistic. Those are outdated ideas that don't address the root problem, our hormones. That's the root problem. All of this stuff like eating 6 meals a day, counting calories, that all of those stuff do not address the real problem. The root problem, like the foundational problem of our downfall in nutrition and diet, is our hormones, and the most especially the insulin hormone, which is all about sugar. So today I'm breaking down the key principles of nutrition from Dr. Jason Fung's book, The Obesity Code, like I told you, so you can understand how your body really works and start fueling it the right way. So here's what you need to know. It's not all about calories in and calories out. Most of us grew up and believing that weight loss is simpler. Eating less, moving more, just simply eating less food and exercising. People think they just cracked the code if they could do that. But if that was true, why do so many people still struggle with obesity? Like you see people, they're actually going to the gym every single day, but they're still completely out of shape. Just because of they don't know how to go about putting the stuff in their body. You know, your body gets used to the foods that you've been putting in your body, and you actually hit plateaus without even realizing. The problem isn't just about eating fewer calories, it's about how these calories affect your hormones, especially insulin. Let me just go straight to the point now. Insulin is a kind of hormone that the more it depends on the kind of foods you eat. If you eat foods that are sweet and you eat foods that high carb meals, these are foods that make you much hungry. But let's not get distracted. Let's just go to the presentation so everything can get into your brain structurally. Yes, the science behind it. If you're eating too often or consuming too many processed carbs, your insulin stays high all day, making it almost impossible to burn fat. Think about it. Let me read it again. If you're eating too often, you're eating too many meals a day and consuming too many processed carbs like bread, you can name them. Too many processed carbs, all kind of carbs which are not healthy, then your body is almost gaining fat, almost gaining fat every single hour and storing fat in your body. When we eat, our body releases insulin. Too much insulin equals to fat storage mode activated. The more insulin you eat from the sugar and carbs that you eat, then the more fats your fat storage in your body cells are being activated fully. Low insulin, fat burning mode activated. So the less insulin you consume, we're gonna talk later about insulin more. So the less insulin you consume, then your fat burning mode is much activated, like your body is much receptible to burning fat. So here's the solution. Instead of just cutting calories, focus on what and when you eat. Focus on like mastering your hunger. This is another thing, might shock you what I'm saying now, but it actually works, man. Just consider this. Keep this in mind as we go on. So the second one is intermittent fasting. Why when you eat matters. So fasting isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your body time to regulate insulin and burn fat for fuel. So let me tell you something. When you wake up in the morning and you don't eat something and you just drink maybe a glass of water, that's a good way of allowing your body to process and digest those the food you ate the day before. Like when you wake up in the morning, your body hasn't really completed the digestion phase, and you still have excess fat in your body from the insulin you ate the day before. So you can stay hungry and use that excess fat to fuel yourself as you go throughout that morning. This is like a key benefit of one of the key benefits of intermittent fasting, that like it's psychology of intermittent fasting that nobody's almost talking about. So when you eat all day, your body never gets a chance to switch from fat storage mode to fat burning mode. So constantly eating throughout the days, it works for guys who really want to get jacked and boost their metabolism, but it's not really healthy and sustainable in the long run if you're trying to like combat insulin, because you can be eating so many meals a day, like 6 meals a day, and your body is developing visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat among your organs, and you're not even realizing that my organs are being destroyed, and I just think I'm getting big. When I just started training, I ate lots of food. I ate lots of dairy products, I ate a lot of carbs, I ate just to get big and just get huge. But luckily, I got strong genes. I never ended up sick. And now, when I realized that, when I grew a bit older and like 2 years after my fitness journey, I was 23. That's when I realized that I've been killing my body, and I thank God I'm still alive. I didn't get any disease or get any infection. But I see most people doing that, and that's very risky. The key benefits of intermittent fasting: regulate insulin levels so your body stops storing fat. The more you stay away from like following your following your urges and just following your cravings and just eating every single hour, then your body becomes a fat storage machine. So intermittent fasting also boosts metabolism, so you burn more calories naturally. So like I told you earlier, like if you wake up in the morning and you don't eat something, you stay hungry, the food you ate last night or the previous day, all that all the nutrients from the food will fuel you as you move forward. The fat storage from that food will fuel you as you move forward, and that will burn fat, therefore boost metabolism. So intermittent fasting also reduces hunger and cravings because your body adapts to using fat for energy. Like I just explained this earlier. So yeah, you guys get the point. How do you start intermittent fasting? Try 16 to 8 fasting. Like try that 16 like 16 hours to 8 hours fasting window. Eat within an 8-hour window, fast for 16 hours. Like if you eat at 12 in the morning, like 12 in the afternoon, like in the noon, 12 noon, then you should eat like 8 in the 8 p.m. Then you will get the most benefits from intermittent fasting. Try 24 hours fasting once a week for deep fat burning. But I'm not big on fasting for my health, because I don't really see food as a bad thing. I believe that we should build a very good relationship with food, but fasting is just something to like try out and use now and then, not like an everyday thing. But it really helps to boost that fat loss in your body. Like if you're looking to lose weight, it's a very good way to accelerate the process. But if you're looking to enjoy the process, don't really consider this completely. Just use this like once a week or 3 times in a month. But I promise, like I explained, it's going to help you and get you to a very healthy position when it comes to your weight in the long run. So the third one is to cut out all processed carbs and sugar. Wow, sugar and refined carbs are some of the biggest contributors to weight gain. They spike your insulin levels, using your body to store fat instead of burning it. Food that spike insulin and causes fat storage. White bread, potato, pastries. Yeah, you can take a screenshot of this. Instead of all of this insulin and fat packing foods, you can also focus on the healthy fats. People have a very bad relationship with fats, but there are very healthy fats out there. Avocados, olive oil, nuts. There's a lot more. Then there's quality proteins like grass, beefy meat, and eggs. There's also fish, which is my very I'm very big on fish right now. So there's low carb vegetables like spinach. I think almost every vegetable is good, man. There's no such thing as low carb vegetables. Then if it comes in a package and has a long list of ingredients, it's probably not good for you. So picture this in your have this in your mind, man. If you go to a grocery store and you see a packet of like vegetables in the packet, know that that's like not the best option. I'm not gonna say completely take it off, even though it's very important for you to completely take it off. But everything that's in the packet and that's a list of ingredients is not natural, so it's not like healthy for your body. It's not the best option. So yeah, I'm just pointing that out for you to like have it in mind whenever you walk in the shop or you see like a packet of stuff written with gluten free and all those statements that I always use to market and sell you stuff. Healthy fats are essential. They're not an enemy. So you shouldn't build a very bad relationship with fat, because for decades we were told that eating fat makes you fat. That's a fat lie, man. Butter, like butter, margarine. It's very healthy for your body as well, because your body, your hormones work. They get fueled by the fats that you eat in your body. But now, if you eat lots of fat, it's also gonna put you in a very unhealthy state. So it depends on the quality and the quantity that you consume in your body. That's what will affect the effectiveness of your hormones. So, but that's a myth, man. That's a myth when they say eating fat make you fat, because healthy fats are essential for brain function, and hormone regulation, like I said, and keeping you full for longer periods of time. Best healthy fats and for energy and fat loss: avocado, olive oil, grass-fed butter, like I said, nuts, seeds, fatty fish, and salmon. Fat doesn't make you fat. Sugar and processed carbs do. I've been preaching a lot about sugar and processed carbs. These are the most very addictive foods out there. And if you don't identify them, then they will keep killing you without you even realizing. I'm not trying to make you scared, but I'm just bringing it to your attention. So you become really conscious of what's really stabbing you. So sleep and stress control. The missing link in nutrition. Wow, I love this one, because what you eat is important, but so how you manage stress and sleep. Okay, what you eat is important, but so is how you manage stress and sleep. High stress and poor sleep increase cortisol. Yeah, cortisol is a stress hormone in your body that makes you want to eat more, makes you want to binge more. A hormone that triggers hunger, cravings, and fat storage, especially around the belly. You must be careful of that hormone, cortisol. You must always try to increase the dopamine in your body, but not in a way of fulfilling your cravings. Dopamine is the feel good hormone, the happy hormone. Cortisol is the stress hormone. So yeah, I'm talking a lot about hormone. I don't like to go too technical and scientific, but you get the point, man. The more you sleep, like when I don't sleep enough in the night and I wake up in the morning, then I'm going through the day, I realize that I'm very moody. I think you've realized this someday. Sometimes you don't even realize what really made you angry, but you're just angry the whole day because you didn't get enough sleep. And when you're in that angry mode, you're in that mood that you're not really happy or feeling peaceful within you, then it's much easier for you to start binging around foods and eating sugary stuff. You just rush to like the donuts, you rush to the chocolate, you rush to the coffee, multiple cups of coffee without even realizing, and that's not good for your health. So it's very important for you to prioritize about 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Manage stress with prayer, meditation, deep breathing, or exercise. If you're a Christian, you can pray and meditate. Just have that time alone and just be conscious of like your thoughts. Be intentional with your activities by first being conscious of what's happening in your mind. So avoid eating late at night when your body should be in repair mode, not digestion mode. So at night, your body should start like trying to digest the food you're eating. It should try to your body should be processing the food you're eating, and because that's when you grow at night. So if you're eating late at night, think about how your morning is going to be. Like when you wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning, your body's still digesting food. You can feel disgusting. Your processes of muscle growth and weight loss, fat loss will be disrupted just by that late night meal. It's not a bad thing if you've ever had eating at night, or if you're having a very bad habit of eating at night, but it's not a good thing for your health when it comes to your goals and your state of health. Yeah, I like saying health, but yo, we have to use that word a lot because yo, we're avoiding it, and that's what's putting us in a very detrimental state without us even knowing. So the fifth one is to sleep and stress control, the missing link in nutrition. Oh, what is? Let me go to the next one. Okay, take control of your nutrition today. The key to lasting health and weight loss isn't about starving yourself or following fat diets. It's about understanding how your body works and making the right choices. So let's recap the five principles. It's not just about calories, it's about hormones like insulin. So we didn't talk a lot about insulin today, but you realize that insulin is all about sugary stuff and the carbs. The sugary stuff and the carbs. So that's what makes you want to eat more food. It keeps you in a very unhealthy position, and you keep craving more food without even realizing. So the second principle was intermittent fasting, helps you burn more fat naturally. So when you're in that state of not eating anything, your body is just like very it's your body's using its own self, like the food you ate in the past, the undigested food, the stored fat, to burn fat from your body, and that boosts your metabolism rapidly. So cut out processed carbs and sugar to control insulin spikes. So yeah, if you cut out sugar, you cut out you cut out carbs, you just reduce them drastically, then you realize that you're maximizing the presence of insulin in your body. All the fats that are being stored in your body are being utilized effectively to burn more fat and increase your metabolism overall. So eat healthy fats for sustainable energy and better metabolism. So if you want to lose fat, you want to get back in shape, you want to lose weight, then you have to eat the healthy fats, because those are what manages your hormone. If you realize now, all of this presentation is all about your hormone. It's all about your hormones, because your hormones are what control your feelings. They're what make you want to eat more sweet stuff, and the healthy fats that you eat, when you have enough healthy fats in your body, then you're able to last longer. You have much fullness throughout the day when you go through your day. Like if you eat avocado has very healthy fats, and if you stop using normal kitchen oil and use the olive oil, that will set your hormones up to serve you well. Most of us, our hormones are working far against us. So prioritize sleep and stress management for overall health. you know so if you're not sleeping enough, start sleeping. If you're sleeping 6 hours or less, or if you struggle to sleep, maybe it's because you're not exercising. Because most of the times, we people struggle from insomnia. I've hopped on calls with many people, many of my clients, and they struggle with sleep because they don't exercise. If you don't move and get your body tired, how do you expect to have a quality sleep? It's not really natural for you. I know some people suffer from insomnia, but first of all, try to fix it in the usual way, in the natural and the way that is humanly possible, before you decide and conclude that, yo, I'm struggling from sleep. I'm not really a sleepy person. I'm forced to say, screw all of that, man. Screw all of that, bro. Come on. You need to set your priorities together. You need to prioritize sleep and stress management. If you're stressed up, start meditating. What is really disturbing you? Take a journal, take a pen and paper, write down what's really disturbing me. Why am I stressing? Why can I not stop thinking about this, bro? If you're a Christian, start praying. You know, don't be all on your own. Come on. You have to control your sleep and stress management so that your mind is always in a good position. Because if your mind is not in a positive state, then you always rush to sweet things. You can be a skinny guy, but you're binging almost the whole day. You think you're not gaining weight, but your organs are being soaked around visceral fat. Insulin is a hormone that can destroy your life. So you have to take full charge of it, man, by remaining positive. That's the first step. Like I wrote in the WhatsApp group today of my coaching clients, one of the coaching groups that I'm coaching. I wrote in the WhatsApp group, I told them, hey, rule number one, guys, is positivity. Once you cannot remain positive, it's gonna be like second nature for you to give up so easy. So stay positive in mind, then you'll be in a good position to drink enough water. You'll be in a good position to sleep on time. You'll be in a good position to show up on your workout. Stay positive. No matter the results are not coming like quick as you always wanted, remain in a positive attitude. That's gonna take you far, my friend. So, guys, if you found this very helpful, comment and let me know which tip you're going to apply today. I gave like 5 principles. I didn't really mention them as principles, but you saw the recap. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to see more videos like this. So it's your boy, Coach Junior. My name is Junior, and yes, Bodyweight Alpha Fitness. Thank you for watching, and I hope this presentation brought more light to the way you regard food. If you want to see more like this, comment down. Junior, want to see more like this? What stood out for you? What did you learn? And thank you for watching. Shalom. See you guys next time. Remember, you're a warrior, my friend. Thank you.